Morning, guys. How you doing? How are things going? It is today's my fasting day. Um, I really looked forward to it. I'm gonna just be totally honest, totally transparent. This is kind of like you're my living journal, living diary. Yesterday, I would probably say I overdid it in a good in with a good reflection in terms of like what I'll do different tomorrow, but definitely felt like I could see in my mind, or I could hear in my mind me in this place of like I wanted to eat everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew I was going to have to fast today, so my head was like, well, you better eat everything. And I'm like, why was I thinking that? Like, why was that on my head? Like, why was that in my mind? Like, I gotta gorge this day in. And so, I had a big breakfast and a big lunch. I mean, I had a big lunch, like literally ending the lunch at Euros, and it was so good. Oh my gosh, there is this Euro spot in Arlington, Texas, that I'm telling you, my New York peeps, it's all over. And I said I had not had, because in New York we call them gyros, right? So in gyros we call them, New York we call them gyros. Here they call them euros, which is probably right. New York are probably saying it wrong, but I had not had a gyro euro like this one I had yesterday since I was in New York. Me and my husband were literally sitting on the couch saying, "Oh my God, that was so good! Like, what was that? Who was that?" And it was so funny because you go to a restaurant and they're like, you're gonna love it. You'll be back. And I'm like, yeah, everybody says that. You're not gonna go into the restaurant and say you're gonna really hate this and I'll never see you again. You're not gonna say that. So their whole entire thing was like, you're gonna love this. You're gonna be back. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, because I hadn't had one. The only time I had I call it a gyro. So the only time I have a gyro or a euro was at which sandwich, which whatever, and it was kind of like it's like Taco Bell tacos, kind of that feel, So it was like it did it, but it didn't do it. Man, listen, it's called Euros to go, Euros to go, or Gyros to go, in Arlington, Texas. Oh my God, if you like that kind of stuff, it would love. So I had a big lunch, right? And so after I ate that, that was kind of like a 2, 3. I was kind of like, I ain't going to eat. Like, I'm done for the day, because that thing was like love. It was a lot, and it just it was just a lot. I felt full. I was like, whatever. Went on about my day. Went to volleyball practice. Went to prayer, and I got home probably about 8:30, quarter to 9, and I was like, Now I know that I need to eat, because remember, I'm gonna fast today. So I've got to fast for 36 hours today. So I was like, I should eat. I wasn't hungry. And this is the indicator that I think I need to really key into, because I wasn't really hungry. I could have probably drank something or had some fruit and been fine. But I think in my head, because I felt like, well, you're gonna fast today, so you're gonna need this extra pack on food to live. Oh, it's on my mind. Um, I might as well eat. And so I had some like leftovers, ate some leftovers, which I think was over the top. I really didn't need to do that. I really could have just started my fasting. I literally, on Real Talk, I could have probably started my fasting at 3 when I finished my lunch, or I could have probably ended it at 6 and had some fruit, ended it at 6 and done it like that. And I probably wouldn't have gone into like overload. So, self reflection, I will definitely be taking all of those things into consideration tomorrow, because this is my first week trying this new fasting lifestyle of eating and feasting and fasting, feasting and fasting. And so, I do feel good today. I'm not hungry waking up. You know, trust, it was a day of feasting. So I know that, my caloric intake was high. Um, but I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. Um, just words of encouragement as we're getting ready to doing this countdown, as I'm in this December 2nd day, and feeling very not anxious, but I think feeling very motivated for what's next. I can feel myself journaling more. I can feel myself just looking towards 2021 and what the manifestation. God had given me a word in 2020. He gave me two words, and they were fullness. One of the words was fullness, like the manifestation of fullness. So for years, I've been praying and praying and seeking God over things, personal things, things for my ministry, my schools, my church, and I've seen it in the spirit manifested, but not physically manifested. And so the Lord had given me this word in 2020 that I was going to see the tangible presence, the tangible manifestations of the Lord, in 2020. And so I'm like, okay, Lord, so there's some things that I just need to see you get up and do. Like, I need to see you get up and walk. And I mean, trust me, there are some things that he is doing in my life that we prayed about, that I see us walking out, that I'm like, okay, there's the fullness of that prayer. I think that prayer without the manifestation is like hopes. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you're like hoping for it, and hope is the substance. It's the things you're looking forward to that builds your hope. But faith moves it. Like, faith is going to actually have it happen. And so I'm just encouraging you guys to stir up your faith. Stir up your faith. I'm reading a book. I'm actually doing a 21-day devotional during this month by James Gall called The Watchman. And it talks all about prayer and how prayer is persistent. Prayer is a persistent place where you're pressing into the Lord. You're not begging. You're not asking in unbelief. You are pressing in. You are contending. You are believing God that He is the only way. He is the only one. He is the only one who can do it. And so when you press into that place of you're the only one that can do this, like I'm asking you and I'm seeking you because you are the only one who can do it. That's God's whole entire thing. He wants us to be relying on Him. He wants us to depend on Him. And so when we persist in prayer, it means we're saying, I'm knocking on no other door but yours, because you are the answer. You're the change agent. You know all the answers, and I'm knocking on no one else's door but your door for this to happen. And so really I feel my faith stirring in that place in areas of my life. And I'm admonishing and I'm challenging you as you're going through this month. Don't let this month ride by. If God's made some promises to you and He's spoken some things to you in the beginning of 2020, and we're now at the end of 2020 and you have yet to see them, contend for them. Press in for them. God, you said every promise is yes and amen. So I'm not leaving 2020 until I see every one of my promises coming yes and amen. God, you said you've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor is seed begging for bread. So if I'm still in lack and I'm still in not enough, God, your promises have not come true. I am standing on this promise till December 31st. I am believing you are going to manifest them, because you promised it in the beginning, and you are the Alpha and the Omega. You are the beginning and the end. And I will not let you go until you bless me. That's Jacob's prayer, right? I will not let you go until you change my life and until you bless me. And so I want to encourage you guys to press into that place. Press into that place all the way through. All the way through. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderful and great day. I'm going to start my day. It's Zoom University. It's time for me to get on and start my meetings and start school. So you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. I love you. Like, subscribe to my channel, Suzanne. And for those who are going to be watching it on Instagram, I'll see you there. Love you guys. Bye.